Hey, good morning everybody. This is Sean James with Kentucky, the Mini Truck State. Today there is a base meet in Madisonville, Kentucky. I'm going to try and make it. I'm not sure what time I'll get there. We have a meeting with Book for Hope, which is a local children's cancer organization. We got to help shoot a video for their Dance for Gold project, and I'm going to leave the link for that down below. I'd like to have you guys check that out. My daughter was diagnosed in 2017 with rhabdomyosarcoma, a soft tissue cancer down in her sacrum, which is in her pelvis. It was stage 3. She went through, did chemotherapy, radiation, all that good stuff. And she's been in remission now for almost 6 years, almost 7 years. So she's doing really good, which is awesome. That's the reason I have the cancer ribbon in my Nissan. As I told you in the last video, we had a mud rain here in Kentucky. And so all of our vehicles are just super nasty, dirty, just covered in dust rain. Mud rain. So it's my little daughter. She got her fender bender Katie, wrecked a little Cobalt. But Kiana's car is filthy. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the local car wash, spray my truck off, and get it cleaned up just in case I'm able to make it. The event says it goes from 10 a.m. till late night, so and I think it takes me about an hour to get there, hour and 15 minutes, something like that. So I'm gonna take the base truck to the car wash and get it cleaned up, get it ready in case I can go. It's currently about 44 degrees outside, so it's not really warm. I think it's supposed to be just about 60, which is perfect for bass music and cruising with windows down. So my cat Grace is around my feet.
Hi, Grace. Say hi. Say hi, everybody, Grace. Say hi. No, she can say hi.
Anyway, let's hop in the truck and we'll run to the local car wash. It's about a mile away, so it's also about 6:45 in the morning, so I'm not going to be playing my music loud. I'll probably just skip recording any of that. We'll get to the car wash, get the truck cleaned up. This setup since 2021, and I have played very hard, very loud, and I've never had any issues other than breaking screws that hold the subs in, and then having a sub failure because it broke the surround on the sub, because I didn't notice it until it was too late. But other than that, I've never had any kind of a failure, so I've been very happy with it. I have 5 RP2Ks, the 2,000 watt amps in the bed of the truck. I have 2 RP 75.4s behind the seat that are running 8 6.5 loudspeakers for the mid-range. I don't have anything for like a front stage as far as up in the A-pillar area yet. I'm planning on doing that, but I'm also planning on changing some of my equipment out here in the near future. I'd like to go with a little bit better component speakers for the doors, and then something in front of me so I can actually hear it. The truck has been metered before. I've got a SPL mini meter. They're fairly accurate. They're comparable to the Term Lab, so I'm fairly confident with the score that it's reached. Just under a 155 is a 154.7, so I'm really happy with that. And like I said, this thing is not wired in the dirt to get as much performance out of it as possible. It is wired to get as much reliability out of it as possible. That's why it's wired at 2 ohm. That way I'm not pulling max power out of the amps. I'm not, killing the battery. I have 70 amp hour of Yinglong lithium bank in the bed of the truck that runs the entire truck, and I've had very good luck with it. It's one of the best things I've done to the truck, besides add the 280 amp Brand X alternator on the front. Between the two, I have very little voltage drop. I could sit idling and play and have no problems at all. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. But anyway, like I said, the whole point of this build when I got into it was I wanted to take cheap equipment, make it look like it's an expensive build, and make it sound as good as possible. So, and I understand that this stuff is not going to sound great. There's no doubt about that. You can't take cheap stuff and make it sound great, but you can make it sound good. And I've not had anybody ever complain about it that sat in it. Everybody's always been really surprised and impressed with it. So that always makes you feel good when people like what you're doing. So, but anyway, I'll show you some more of the back stuff here in a few minutes. We're getting ready to pull in. This guy's about to finish up washing his car, so it'll be my turn next, and we'll get this thing cleaned up. We just got done in the car wash, and now I'm headed to Walmart. While I was washing my truck, I noticed that my windshield wiper, see it down there, that one over there is blown out. So while I'm out, I may as well replace them. I'm going to take it to somewhat of a showish kind of thing. Be kind of a shitty way to, or crappy way to show my stuff off. So let's get it going. We are currently driving back to the house. Poor old base truck, it's been through it, man, I tell you. So now, like, I don't know if you hear my door chime dinging, but the seal on the door has been beaten so violently that the door chime is now just going nuts. I don't know if you hear it. Oh, base truck. She's been beat on, but she's still going, so. Alright guys, we're back at the house. I forgot to tell you a little more about what's going on with this Book for Hope thing. So today we have to go in and do a video for Book for Hope. Our daughter was the first child that was serviced by Book for Hope. Book for Hope is a local children's cancer charity that helps local families that are battling, that have children battling cancer. Our daughter was the first child that they had helped in 2017. She was diagnosed January 1st, 2017. She had some issues going to the bathroom, pooping and stuff like that, and it was kind of, we've been to the doctor a few times about it. They said, just give her Miralax, she'll pass it and she'll be fine. It's just a intestinal issue. So they had done x-rays and stuff like that, and they just assumed that it was just poop. So, it was no big deal. So we had a New Year's Eve party. The kids were really young, and they wanted to go stay at their aunt's house. So we let them go stay at their aunt's house. We went to some friend's house, and her aunt called us at like 10:30 that night and said, hey, Kendall's stomach is hurting. What do you want me to do? So give her some Miralax. She'll go to the bathroom. She'll be fine. She did. She went to the bathroom. She's fine. The next morning, she called and said that she's in really bad pain at like 5:30 in the morning. And so my wife got up, went and picked her up, and took her to the local hospital in Paducah, Kentucky. Whenever she got there, my wife said she had a really strange feeling that day that something else was going on. And so she really pushed and pushed and pushed to get a couple different scans. I think she got like a CT scan, a CAT scan, and something else. And she called me at 8:30 in the morning and said, Sean, they're rushing our daughter to Vanderbilt, which is the children's hospital in Nashville. They're rushing our daughter to Vanderbilt. She has cancer. And so it's like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. Like, what are you talking about? So we load up, we get in the truck, and haul ass down to Vanderbilt. We get down there, and we meet with the local, or not the local, we meet with the doctors down there, Dr. Bernstein, and he was one of the leading doctors, it turns out, in the type of cancer that Kendall had. Like I said, it was rhabdomyosarcoma. It's a soft tissue cancer that was in her sacrum, stage 3 embryonal. She went through chemo and radiation for about a year, just maybe over a year. She was declared cancer-free at the end of all of that, and she has been in remission now for 5+ years, and she is doing great. So we don't look at it as a sad time in her family's life. We look at it as a growing experience, and that's why I carry that cancer ribbon in my truck. That cancer ribbon was on our door when we came back from Nashville on one of our overnight chemo trips. And so it was hanging on our door and had gold stuff all over it. And so whenever I built my speaker boxes, I took that original pattern and I copied it on MDF. That's not the actual one, but it's the actual size. And so I will always have a cancer ribbon in this build. One of the reasons I started building that speaker box is because I had a friend come over and had a loud stereo, and Kendall was bald-headed and all that stuff, and she really liked the bass stuff. I was like, well, that gives me an excuse to build a system again. So that's why I started with 312s, and she liked that. And we, as her hair started growing back, we started doing little baby hair tricks and stuff like that. And over time, just how all of us are, nothing is ever enough, and just kept getting bigger and bigger. And she enjoys it now. She covers her ears and all that. So we've definitely got loud enough for her. But yeah, it was a very strange time in our family's life, and I'm very happy. I'm not gonna say I'm happy we went through it, but very grateful for all the stuff that happened when we were going through it. Man, we met a lot of great people. We got to do a lot of really cool, fun things. The Nashville Predators have the 365 Foundation that take care of a lot of the kids help a lot of the kids at the cancer center. And what they do is Pecorine, who was the goalie at the time, he's since retired, he paid for 2 suites every single hockey game that were by themselves, had their own heating and air, so they're fairly safe for the kids, because a lot of them were not able to be around germs and stuff like that. And so they had 2 suites where different families could go in, watch the hockey games. They provided food, drinks, stuff like that. If you wanted to buy anything else, you can go down the concourse and get souvenirs and stuff like that. After the games were over, we got to go down and meet with the players, which was the coolest thing. I tell you what, they are super, super cool. And Pecorine was an absolute gentleman. I tell you, you see these players and you think a lot of them are just a-holes and stuff like that, but this dude was genuine. He did care. He had a relationship with a lot of those kids. He remembered what was going on when he come down to talk to them. You wouldn't think they do that. Oh, they got enough going on, they don't care. He truly cared. And one of my favorite experiences we had at the hockey game, and I understand I'm rambling, but we went to a game and they got beat 4-1. And Carl Yonkronk come down there, and of course my daughter was bald-headed. She had an NG2, a feeding tube, to help her get nutrition, and just super scrawny. I think she was down to like 55 pounds, 60 pounds, something like that. So just skin and bones. And they had lost the game, and she had told Yonkronk, she's like, if you just tried harder, you could have won. Like, you just had to try harder. And that dude, like, almost teared up. At the end of the game, he said, I tell you what, we are not going to lose the next one. We're going to fight for you for the next one. And, a couple of guys kind of laughed and chuckled, but it's just kind of funny having that little girl in that state say, you got to fight harder. You got to try harder. And it was pretty cool experience. And so, like I said, there was a lot of stuff like that happened that, it made the experience a very good learning experience for us, So, but like I said, we were very fortunate with a lot of stuff that she got to do because of that. But she went through a lot of crap to be able to go through that. So, but anyway, I'm kind of rambling on here. We're back at the house. I parked in the driveway. Got the stereo. We're going to get it wiped down real good. I got to vacuum out the interior. This has got vinyl floor, so I'll wipe it out with a wet rag, get it cleaned up. Like I said, we got ready for the charity thing. So, let's get to it. Alright guys, we are on the road. Me and Katie are going to the base meet. So, we've got about an hour's drive, so we're just going to kind of chill. Show them the dash. So Katie has some car cleaning products that we use, and it looks like I wiped used motor oil all over my dash. It's so oily. Oh well. Decided to get going. The Book for Hope thing, they just needed my daughter and my wife to go, so we're able to leave earlier. So I was anticipating being late. We're still being just a little bit late, but not nearly as bad as I was thinking. So went home, changed clothes, got the truck wiped down. Now we're on the road. This won't be the farthest I've ever driven the Nissan, but I typically stay within like 30-40 minutes of the house. So not too nervous about it. It'll be alright. She's just a little old base track. No commentary over there, I guess. We'll catch y'all whenever we get closer. Alright, we stopped at a gas station a minute ago to get drinks and stuff. While there, one of the guys at work there was outside and saw my truck, so I'm kind of looking in there. So I said, hell, hop in there, check it out, man. He said, cool, can I hear it? I was like, yeah, maybe, we'll see. So we got inside, let him listen to it. He was laughing, gave me some daps. He was all happy. Katie got a short little video. I'll insert it here in just a minute. So yeah, it's all pretty cool. We're already giving demos. We ain't got there yet.
Some cool
around. I've been doing a few demos. How's that gone?
It's really fun.
Really fun. Set is some pretty loud ones for sure. Everybody seems to be really impressed with the Nissan so far, so we're happy with that. I've given probably 15 to 20 demos so far. They're over here doing testing now. I'm not worried about trying to reach for limits, so I'm not too worried about getting tested. But everybody's got been really happy, really impressed, so we're happy with that. There's a lot of cool vehicles around here. Get us out here. Really good turnout.
The death rail will commence after the sirens. Thank you for your participation.
Where'd Katie go? So, what's been your coolest one so far?
I think it's the first one I said. It's up over here.
So the black truck behind her had 418s in it. Super clean build. Plays really low, really windy, so cool to sit in. We traded demos. He came and set mine. He was really impressed with it. So yeah, we're gonna walk around for a little bit longer. Katie's got a bunch of videos we'll all edit into my video here when we get to that point. And but yeah, we're having a good day, man. It's turning out really nice. The weather's about perfect. We have almost perfect atmospheric conditions for great base days. So playing really good. I'm really happy with it. We'll give you all a walk around in my truck whenever we get back to the house. So we figured out what our voltage issue was. It's just the cells were getting a little low from being idle in the parking lot, going down the parkway. It is absolutely beating us to death. So we're having fun, getting rowdy, going back. My ears are ringing. Having a good time. Time to get some tacos.
Or I'll edit it and send you a
You're
video.
better off to record it on my phone than that way, because we may lose quality and specificity.
My phone's so much better than yours.
Huh?
My phone's so much better than
What is up? We are back near home. We're about 7 minutes from the house. We are at Kentucky Dam, overlooking Kentucky Dam, Kentucky Lake. We live like right in that area, in Draftonville. We had a really good time today. I'm really happy with how the truck was received. Everybody really seemed happy with it, impressed with it, especially for what it is. Katie had a really good time. She shot a lot of really good videos that we're going to have added into the video. So thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. She is good for something after all. I'm just kidding. We figured out what the electrical issue was. Apparently my battery bank was just getting low from idling at the show. I figured I'd let it, run here and there. I figured that was charged up enough, but it wasn't. So what was happening is the voltage was just getting low while I was trying to play it, and that's why it was shutting off. Going down the interstate, coming home, it was getting pretty rowdy, and we were having a good time. We were dancing, jumping around, all that good stuff. We didn't get any videos. We were having too much fun. My ears are ringing. I'm sure hers are probably just a little bit, but we had a really good time. I want to thank you guys for being here. Make sure and do all the good YouTube-y things. Make sure and hit the like switch. Comment down below. Make sure and hit the notification bell and share the videos. I can't do this, guys, without you, and I appreciate it very much. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Yay!